right. Hello, everyone. So I'm glad you guys are here with me. Just getting a little bit of our pre-cardio in. It's pretty quiet at the gym tonight, which is nice. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the idea behind my shoulder workout tonight. Now, generally, when I train my shoulders, I like to train with a lot more volume, just so I get a lot of blood into the shoulders and making sure everything's limber. And so one of the exercises I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do the barbell military press behind the neck and vary with different widths and angles so I can get the bar all the way down at the base of the neck. And I really would like to start doing that. I know my front shoulders are already pretty large, but I love training them. And just because something is pretty developed doesn't necessarily mean that you should just stop training them altogether. Now, in regards to balance, I understand that. And just as long as you might have to limit the volume a little bit on what you're doing on a muscle. Just limit the amount of work that you're putting into it. So maybe it's more so for maintaining, not building. Because I know there was a bodybuilder, an IFBB pro. I don't remember who it was. The guy had really huge calves. And another pro told him, says, dude, your calves are so large. It's just, you should just stop working them. Let your arms catch up to the same size and get your legs bigger. Anyways, he took that gentleman's advice and did that. He didn't train his calves for a year. And ended up tearing, I don't know if it was one of his calves or both of them, when he was going really heavy on his leg press. Because the tendons were not used to being under load, at least not that kind. Not in a deep stretch. So obviously he was going pretty deep there. Really stretching that ankle. And so always make sure that you're training stuff, even if you're trying to get another muscle bigger. Just enough to maintain. Just so it's limber. Your ligaments, your tendons, your joints. Everything is still getting used to being under load. And used to it. So, honestly, I'm not really sure how many sets I'm going to be doing tonight. Now, the exercises, I love doing a lot of side delt work because that's where primarily a lot of your width is in your shoulders. Get that really big shoulder pads. And then for rear delt work, I'll incorporate some cable work with the rope, like face pulls, really pulling it in, and then the rear delt pull to where I'm taking it and going up. So my rear delt gets hit with a lot of the different kind of rowing movements I do for my back. So indirectly getting hit, but I want to directly hit with those cable exercises. And I would like to include two trap exercises tonight. I'm going to do my normal barbell shrugs, and I'm not going to be doing them the way like Dorian Yates and Jay Cutler did them, to where they would kind of bend their elbows. I'm going to keep my arms straight, and we're going to do the reps slower, so I don't have to worry about any kind of momentum worry that I'm going to pull something or tear something. If you do a weight and it's slow and under control, you're probably going to be okay. As long as you're fully hydrated you should be pretty good. Listen to your body. That's the biggest thing. And probably be doing some dumbbell shrugs tonight too. And then with that, I'll also be doing more slow and controlled reps. Because I think one of my first few videos I did, I was using the heaviest dumbbells in here. It was like 180s or something like that, 190s. And still didn't have problems doing reps. And I'm like, that's a lot of weight. I mean, it's cool, it's a lot of weight. But for how long? Especially if I'm really jerking through the reps there, allowing momentum to help me. Maybe that's okay for now. But in a few years from now, something could possibly tear. So I want to be careful there. So we'll slow down on those. For the side delta exercises, I'm going to do seated dumbbell side laterals. And then I'll do the standing. I'll do my variation to where I'm pulling up, like back like this, incorporating a lot more of my rear delts. And then once we can't go any heavier with that, I'll switch to my normal form, which will put a lot more emphasis on the side delt. And basically looks like just like a wide grip upright row, but I'm not pulling back. I'm just kind of going up. And I think I'm going to try to use the Smith machine over here tonight. It's kind of an odd Smith machine to where even if you put a bench under it, it racks before it hits your chest. So I'll do my wide grip upright rows on that, but I'm going to have to stand on something. There's a metal box already under there, but it looks like you can adjust the legs. So I used to do those a lot back in the day. I used a lot of body English getting it up where my belt wouldn't get heavy. I don't necessarily do that as much as I used to, especially when you're doing with free weights. That's a lot harder to do. With the Smith Huss, you can kind of manipulate the way you pull things, especially if you're yanking or doing anything like that on a Smith machine. When it goes up, it's not going to, gravity, it's not going to pull towards you. It'll just go up, even if you're a few inches away from it. Kind of a nice thing too. You're doing military presses. It's like if you want to have the bar right here, you'll press up and it won't go back behind you. Although if you're doing military press behind the neck, that might be easier in that sense. Toward, like for me, there's a weird angle back there to where it seems like almost like leaning, but I'm like taking my arms and pushing back away. And it doesn't affect my tie-ins, which is really strange because you can only go back so far like that without, with gravity and the potential of you dropping the weight from losing grip. And it also seems like it'd be in a position to where if your arm were to turn, if you had to dump a dumbbell, you could probably injure yourself a lot easier. So, I'm not a doctor, so my wisdom is just built on the knowledge of like 22 years in the gym. I'm not certified. Just listen to my body, even if it's whispering to me to say, hey, stop. And see when it's a whisper and listen to it versus when my body's screaming out to me at the top of its lungs saying, hey, you need to stop now or this will really hurt. So yeah, if I feel tweaks or something feels a little out of place, that's basically the body whispering to me, hey, change it up. So I listen. So always listen to your body. Definitely an important thing. There's good pain and there's bad pain. Sometimes you can, for me, most of the times you can tell the difference. Good pain if it feels like something got tweaked or you pulled something or stretched something a little bit versus, your triceps just hurt really bad because you worked them out hard. Or just from the tension under load, the fatigue. You just feel really tired. You can't do another rep. That kind of pain. So, I'll be doing wide grips wide grip upright rows on the Smith machine there. Military press behind the neck with a barbell. And what else are we doing? Oh, and I actually might, on that same Smith machine, oh, no, I'm going to use an easy curl bar, that's right, to do a close grip upright row. And that hits a lot more of the front delts and those traps. So I really like that exercise. When I do them, I generally go to about right to the bottom of my chest and stop. I don't go past, like up here, as it feels like it puts my shoulders in a position of vulnerability. Now, if I'm going lighter, I can go past it, but once I start using weight, it doesn't feel normal anymore to go past that last point. It feels like I'm putting something in jeopardy, which we don't want to do. It's the body whispering to me, hey, don't push it. It has been raining here solid for the last several days, like nonstop. I finally had a day here in Vancouver where it was a little brighter. That was nice. Rain's helping everything grow. Roads are safe right now. All right. Now there was a period of time where I tried to do shoulders and split them apart into a back workout. And I mean, it works, but I like to train shoulders all by themselves. It's one of my favorite muscles to train. Always had fairly wide shoulders, so putting on muscle quick just made me look a lot wider, quicker. It's just genetics. The sad thing is with that is I also have a wide waist. So with the dieting down, that in itself has made me actually get a better V-taper, make me look wider, even without gaining any more muscle, which I think we have gained some more muscle. All right, again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the subscribers, all the new subscribers. Love you, appreciate you for coming along with me in my journey. Comment to boost that algorithm and like the video if you like it. All right, guys, thank you. Let's go train. Bye-bye.